Today we are going to align our great customer Steven's car. This is a track purpose 2020 WRX. It is in here last week for a tune. We have the new wastegate on. Kevin's gonna get on the dyno right after this. We are gonna go ahead and align this. Now Steven did have particular specs that he would like his car aligned to as far as camber and tow. If you have a car that you would like aligned for like autocross, it's your first event or you've been doing it for a while, we can either recommend specs for you or like Steve did, you can pass on what you prefer and we'll do it. So the only kind of work in this one is going to be the rear tow arms. The driver's side is factory, the passenger side is aftermarket, looks like ISC, it's like a gold color. So this has the adjustable bolt for the driver's side, and we do have to adjust that arm on the passenger side. So it'll be fine, we have adjustment out of it. The big thing is just, it's kind of two different ways to do it. The other thing is the rear camber specs that he's looking for, about -3.5. Right now the car on both sides, it's pretty similar. It's -2.38, -2.42, so it's pretty close, but we do have to pull over a degree out of the rear. And for those, he does have the rear lower control arms that are adjustable. We'll get in there. Back again with Steven's car. We got the internal wastegate on, Turbo Smart IW75. Loaded it with an 18-pound spring for all the boost. We still got E55 in it. We're just gonna leave it at 18 pounds on 93, and then we shall crank up the ethanol. See if he can squeeze it more than 330. Had to correct the preload on it. I knew there wasn't enough preload on the gate. So with an aftermarket or any wastegate for that sense, internal wastegate, you need at least 1/8 to 1/4 inch of preload, and before there wasn't, and it was super light. Now it's correct. What are we at? 65.
number for a track car.
Look at that. Comes right up. Nice flat torque curve. Power keeps climbing and perfect. So we're where we left off in our previous video on Steven's car. We were having an issue where with RPM we were losing boost control no matter what I commanded. 3-port or anything to do, it'd ramp up duty, nothing, it'd roll boost. So inherently that would tell me that the spring was too weak and the exhaust pressure was blowing the internal wastegate wide open. With RPM, with more exhaust pressure. I recommend he would need either a header with an external wastegate setup. Benefit greatly. He wanted to stick with the internal wastegate, so we opted for the TurboSmart IWG75. It's just like a external wastegate where you can swap springs, pretty much do whatever with it. I wanted at least an 18-pound base spring set in it. Loaded that up, and then I explained in the beginning that you need a certain preload on the wastegate flap for it to work properly, like a base to a 1/4 inch of preload. Got that set correctly. Pretty much first hit, no duty on the boost controller, no nothing. I made it perfect, 17.5 pounds. It's not gonna be perfectly 18 pounds, it's gonna have some leeway to it. 17.5 right to red line. Right up to 6,800. So and then I was able to bump it up. You know, next pull was like 19 pounds right out to red line, 20 pounds right out to red line. And we can do this because we have proper, you know, it's got the SoCal V4. It's got proper Verticooler on it, and you got E60 mixture in it. So not too worried about heat. Landed with 23 pounds of boost and making 400. And then as you can see on the graph, the blue line was before, with boost rolling pretty hard due to the factory internal wastegate on this turbo, and now I was able to control, you know, 23 pounds right off the red line, making it a nice and easy 400 wheel, and keeping the torque nice and flat. Keeps it really easy on everything. This is a track car, so it gets beat. So we're not looking for world record numbers. We're just looking for repeatable linear power. Part of my job is to diagnose the mechanical parts. Mostly, like 80% of my job being a tuner, I need to know what's going on mechanically. So if there is issues, we can fix it. Not by throwing parts at it, but by I know what part to get that part and fix it. Yeah.
Also smooth the whole way.
That's what I mean about, like, once it's in power and the torque curve's flat, the power just kind of shoots.
To the end of the world.